Did you know, guys, that the Nikon Z6 Mark III and the Nikon Z7 Mark II are the top contenders in Nikon mirrorless camera in the market? But the question is, which one is fits for you? In this video, you'll discover the key differences between the Nikon Z6 Mark III and the Nikon Z7 Mark II, and helping you to decide which camera is the best for your photography or videography style. So, without further ado, guys, but again, before anything else, if you're new to my channel, please consider to subscribe and hit the notification bell so at least you'll be updated for all the videos that I will upload regarding photo, video comparison, and tutorial. So again, guys, let's start. But again, before we're gonna dive to Nikon Z6, let's start first with the Nikon Z7. So, why is still the Nikon Z7 is good to buy in 2024 over the Nikon Z6 Mark III? Again, guys, the Nikon Z7 announced last October 14, 2024 with a body cost of 2,000 US dollar, depends on your local market. Again, I based the price in one of the famous shop in the US. And we have also the Nikon Z6 Mark III announced last June 17, 2024 with the price of 2,500 US dollar for the body. Again, guys, the price is based on the US price, local famous shop in the US. And yeah, again, the price is always depends on on your local market. So again, guys, reason to buy the Z7 Mark II over the Z6 Mark III. So first, you have already 46 megapixel for the Nikon Z7 Mark II compared for the Nikon Z6 Mark III, which is 25 megapixel. So also the focusing point, you have 493 focusing point compared for 299 focusing point of Z6 Mark III. You have 420 shots versus 380 shots battery life. So you have more battery life than the Z6 Mark III. The weight, the weight also is more lighter compared for the Z6, which is 705 grams compared for 760 grams of the Nikon Z6 Mark III. Of course, you have a cheaper body now. It costs around 2,000 US dollar for the body of the Z7 Mark II. So again, guys, I will repeat, this is depends on your local market. So yan guys, that's the reason to choose the Z7 Mark II. Even it's already how many years? 4 years, almost 4 years body. Yes, because it's 2020. I believe it's 2020. Yeah. So, reason to buy the Z6 Mark III over the Z7 Mark II. First, you have already a new stock sensor, which is good for it's a less for rolling shutter and high sensor rate outspeed. And you have already unlimited video recording. Again, depends on your battery. If you have a dummy battery and if you have a big capacity memory card, so yeah, you have unlimited recording from the Z6 Mark III without stopping with the 30, 20 minutes or something. Again, you don't have also crop. There's no cropping in 4K 60p. So, yeah, compare for the Nikon Z6, you have a crop, but this one and the Z6 Mark III, there's no cropping in 4K 60p. You have already new sensor, which is X-Speed 7 versus X-Speed 6 of Nikon Z7. You have a maximum native ISO, which is 64,000 compared for 25,000 of Nikon Z7. Continuous shooting burst mode. You have 20 frames per second burst mode compared for 10 frames per second burst mode of the Z7 Mark II. You have already higher viewfinder resolution, which is 5,670K dots compared for 3,690K dots of Z7 Mark II. You have already video resolution, which is already 6K or 6048 by 4032 compared for the Ultra HD or 3840 by 2160 resolution. So again, you have also full HDMI instead of micro. I believe this is micro HDMI from the Z7 Mini. I think it's Mini. Yeah, it's mini HDMI compare for full HDMI of Z6 Mark III. You have already fully articulated touchscreen. Um, the Z7 is tilting. It's not fully articulated. And you have already pixel shift high resolution mode. You have vehicle tracking and insect tracking. And so that's the reason why you will take the Z6 Mark III compared for the Z7 Mark II. So don't worry guys, because these two cameras have a similarity. They share some specs with the same similarity specs. Sorry. They share some similarity specs. For example, they have both wireless and Bluetooth connection. You have already censorship image stabilization, external flash shoe, touchscreen, face detection focus, LCD screen, which is 3.2. They both 2.100K dots LCD resolution. They both have microphone port, headphone port, weather sealed camera, time lapse, top LCD screen display, AA bracketing, focus bracketing. They both have two storage slot, UHS-2 support, CF Express card. So where's the card? Yes, you have two slot. One is CF Express Type B and SD card UHS-2 support. And you have a smartphone remote, webcam function, anti-flicker, eye tracking, focus, and both camera is without pop-up flash, or no built-in pop-up flash with these two cameras. So I hope guys that we have a demo unit of Z6 Mark III so we can try and test the camera for you to check the quality of the camera. But today we have only the Z7. We're still waiting for the demo of Z6 Mark III to test and try the camera. But again, if you are thinking to just a photo and strictly photo, and like for example you have 70% of your work is photo and 30% only for video, then I think I'm gonna go with the Z7. Still worth to buy the Z7 because it's more cheaper body and still 6 megapixel compared for the Z6 Mark 3. Then yeah, you have more battery life and you have 493 focusing point compared for Z6 Mark III. But again, guys, if you want if you want a camera which is can work with the 50% of your work is video and 50% of your work is photo, then I will go with the Z6 Mark III. Or let's say 60% of your work is video, then 40% is your work is photo, then I will go with Z6 Mark III with all these new um, specs, like you have already stock sensor, you have unlimited video recording, and you have a 6K on this camera. So again, if you are more video, like 70% of your work is video, then 30% is photo, then I will go with the Z6 Mark III. But if you have 70% photo, then 30% on your work is video, then I will go with the Z7 Mark II. So yeah guys, I think that's it for today's vlog. I hope I give you some tips and idea regarding which camera that you will choose, either Z7 Mark II or the Z6 Mark III. Yan. At the end of the day, still you are the one who will choose which the Nikon camera that you will take, or it's up to you. Or which Nikon camera is the best that fits for you. Again, I will repeat. For example, if you are more into video than photo, like 70% photo, 30% is for video, then I will go with the Z7 Mark II with the 46 megapixel. And yeah, you have more focusing point. But if my work is more in video, 70% is video and 30% is photo, then I will go with Z6 Mark III for the 6K, and you have a stock sensor and Xpeed 7 uh, um, processing or processor. So, yan guys. I think that's it for today. Again, if you want to check the price and availability of these two best camera from Nikon, you can check to our website www.abworld.com. Yan guys. Hanggang dito na lang. Thank you and mabuhay.